last week, I had the privilege of speaking at an event. And my favorite part of speaking at events is going to see everyone after the event, going to have conversations with people. And this event did not disappoint. I met a lovely gentleman who was a principal, and he was talking with me about my Get Clear system, which is what I spoke about. But he was talking about how he could further that system by sharing it with all of his teachers and staff at the school that he worked at. And I think what's great about that is that he is sharing something that really touched him. And when you are passionate about something and know that something can work for you, you want to share it with other people that you care about, that you work with. And so I thought this week's episode, we would spend a little bit of time about what's the best way to share something that you're passionate about, a system that is either yours or someone that you heard's system. Whatever you are excited about, what's the best way to share that with people, but also motivate them as well to jump on the bandwagon with you and implement a system that could really help everyone involved. One of the most important things when you are starting this conversation with people that you work with, people that you care about, is sharing the intention of why you want to implement this new system. I think we get really excited about systems or things that we can change in our business, but we sometimes forget to share why we want to do it. I know as a business owner, sometimes there's things in my business that I get really excited about and I want to implement straight away. But sharing the why I want to do that with my team, I think is so helpful, because when people understand where you're coming from and why you want to implement this new system, can really help them understand not only the system, but why we should even be adapting the system to fit into our processes that we already have. I think when you get really clear on what you want to do with your team, why you want to do that, that really can help everyone absorb this new system, maybe take the system and use the parts that they love, whether that's all of it or some of it, and learn to implement it into their new lives. Because there's so many things that are out there that we can do. There's so many people right now that are so stressed out. There's so much going on in the world, and being able to share a system with people that can make their life easier by just tweaking just a couple things that they already are doing can make a huge impact in their life. That leads me over to habit stacking. Now, you've probably heard this so many times before. If you want to create a new habit, you just add it onto an existing habit. So, for example, you brush your teeth every single morning. So, for me, I am trying to add the habit of taking my vitamins every single day. Now, I'm really good at it for a while and then I fall off the wagon. So by putting my vitamins right next to my toothbrush, as soon as I'm done brushing my teeth, I can take my vitamins. That visual reminder of it being right there is just an easy way to remember to take my vitamins, because they're front and center. As soon as I put my toothbrush down, I grab my vitamins and take them right away. You can use this habit for so many different things. I've heard people talking about putting something near where they make their coffee. Whatever habit that you're already doing, adding another habit to that just makes it so much easier and less invasive when you're trying to add something into something new that you've already done. It just makes a huge difference. I think it goes without saying, when you're trying to implement a new system, you want to share the goal with people. So oftentimes we keep those goals under wraps. And by sharing with people, it not only helps us be more accountable, but it also might be something that someone that you care about is trying to do as well. So having a buddy to share that goal with makes such a huge difference. And now is really the perfect time as we come into the last 6 months of the year. Do you really want to look back on January 3rd and then I wasted another 6 months. I didn't accomplish what I wanted to accomplish. And here I sit on January 3rd thinking to myself, dang it, another year has gone by and I'm still in this place that I don't want to be. So now is the time to look forward and plan for those goals and say, come January 3rd, I'm going to look back and say, I rocked it. I did all these little steps to make this goal a reality. Along with those habits come routines. And that is really a great way to continue those habits is by creating routines around those habits. A super common one is laying out your workout clothes right next to your bed. So you don't even have to think about working out. You just roll over and there are your clothes ready to be put on. It eliminates that decision making and even that decision fatigue, which can really affect us with so much going on in the world today. We've got to make things as easy as possible for our brains, and being able to just throw those workout clothes on, and whether you're headed to the gym or going outside, whatever the case may be, you are dressed and ready for your fitness routine, no matter what that looks like. One thing that I really think that we forget is that things don't have to be complicated. I know that I'm guilty of this. You're probably guilty of it as well. Sometimes we make things so overcomplicated that we don't do them. By keeping everything simple, there's nothing wrong with that. It can be as simple as putting your vitamins next to your toothbrush to remember to take them. It doesn't have to be an overcomplicated system. Whatever makes it easier for you is the way that you want to go. Now, like I mentioned, the gentleman that I met the previous week, he wanted to take my Get Clear system back to his whole team and talk about it. And I think having that accountability of people creating these habits and routines, working with someone else in that accountability partner can make a huge difference, because you're doing something new with other people and you can talk about your experiences, your struggles, more importantly, your triumphs of how you've implemented this new system, this new habit, this new thing into your life and how it's changed your life. Another thing that's really important is to make sure that you're giving yourself grace. You are going to make mistakes. You are going to fall off the wagon. Whatever system that you're implementing, it's not going to be perfect all the time. But the thing to remember is that you just keep going. I forgot to take my vitamins this morning, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to take them tomorrow. I'm going to take them later today, because whatever you're doing, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. It can be these small changes that you're implementing every single day, and that is going to push you towards your goal faster. And remember, when we talk again on January 3rd, I want to make sure that you are looking back and saying, I knocked it out of the park these last 6 months. I got so much accomplished. I did so many little tiny things that led to this big, massive goal that I never thought I could achieve. And that feeling that you have will be completely worth these small little changes that you're implementing every day, whether it's with your team, with a group of people that you work with. We are changing our lives one small step at a time.